On this episode of Iron Drummer, I'm going to use this thing. Oh yeah. Welcome to this episode of Iron Drummer. Today I am not going to hit something, but I'm going to use something that goes on something that you would hit. Yeah, that makes sense. And it is the famous Snareweight. Now I've had this thing for a while now, and I've never really used it. I've never really gotten around to using it. But I thought, you know what? I've got one. I will also try it. Now I had to actually go online and see how you use this thing. Actually, that's the one gripe I have about this unit is that to know how to use it or to learn how to use it, you have to go online and look at the instructions. Not a big deal. I mean, you can kind of do it without really looking it up. But anyway, it is a pretty solid mass with a very large magnet on the inside. Now, what this does is it hooks up to your hoop. Now, there is a bit of a catch on this one. Clicks on the hoop. There's a little gap in here. You see here, there's a magnet. It's a little curved section through here and there. So what it does is it magnetizes itself to the hoop. Now you can put small inserts in here. They're over there somewhere. And you can get just a little bit of dampening, but the most common ones are most common ones are the 40 and the 70s style. So for demonstration purposes right now, because it's a bit bigger, it is simple. Magnets are quite strong. I click in, see it's just like lovely clicked in there, and then excuse me, depending how much weight or how much dampening you want, you then place the two inserts, and then one insert, two insert,
that's one bat.
Because it looks like a bat. But anyway, so I'm going to start with the full size Snareweight, and I'm also going to start with the 40 weight and then the 70, and then I'm going to use my personal favourite, which is the only muffling I use on the snare drum. I still use, moon gel and gels and other bits and pieces when needed to get the right amount of dampening. Just give me a second. A slight coughing attack. Anyway, this is the one that I use. This is called the M1. Now, it's got a little clip here and it opens up. And this goes on the hoop of taking this medicine. Yeah, coughing will stop. Coughing will stop. Coughing hasn't stopped. It's infuriating, really annoying. So take said snare drum and simply place, and you're going to hear this thing click, and it's on. That's it. It's the magnet's quite tough, so you get it off, it's back on. You want to change the insert out, simply take it out, and it doesn't even, I don't know if you can see this at all, doesn't even, you can really push it in there and get a bit more, but that's actually not causing any dampening. So alright, so what you do is you grab your snare drum. Well, don't do this because this is just, you can't play like this. We've got both inserts in here. And that's it. On it is. That's the 70 weight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video with the 140, both 40s, 170, both 70s, and then I'm going to go to my favourite. Give me a second, let me just grab it here, out of shot. This is my favourite, okay? So this is the M1. Just put it on here. And it is on. So this is my favourite bit of dampening. So you can either have a little bit less, or you can just take it off and have none. So I generally have that down. My only issue with this system, I'll take it off and I'll show you. I'll just put the stand on down for a second. My only issue with this particular, the M1, is that if you do leave on your snare drum, and you leave it like this for a while, like one edge up, or even both, that happens. It eventually will settle down. I mean, it is leather, you can get it back. But what I found is I was doing a gig, and I had it like this. There's two little, little flaps at the top there. And I left it like that for like a month. When I came out, I was like, oh, got a gig. I used a snare drum, and it literally sat like this. It actually sat like this, like a U, for most of the gig, and I had to kind of keep taking it off and rubbing it and getting it back to being flat. And my other slight little tiny gripe, it's not really a big deal. It's not an end of the world kind of thing, but I have found that this little tiny bit in here, just there, will actually start to wear off coating on if you've got a coated snare drum head. And it doesn't matter if it's Evans or Remo or Curd, it just wears it through. It's a tiny little issue, but these things I gotta tell you guys about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play unmuffled, and then I'm gonna go with one side of the 40 and two sides of the 40, then one side of the 70, both sides of the 70, and then I'm gonna use the M1. It's my favorite one. So less talking, a lot more coughing, and I'll see you back there. So I'm not too sure how to. Oh man, there are so many outtakes in this review. It's insane. Because I simply just struggling to breathe. This cough is just really, really irritating. So I am just going to see you behind the drum kit, because I know if I walk I'm going to start coughing again. So I'll see you over there. quick side note. I wouldn't say it's a side note, it's more of a caution. Anyway, if you have die cast hoops, you will need, if you have the Snareweight Junior or the full size Snareweight, you will need the Pro Lock system. So basically 4 die cast hoops so it can actually bridge itself. And this won't work with wood hoops. It's got nothing to latch onto. So just precaution, letting you know. So if you do have die cast hoops, a lot of standards do, you will need the Pro Lock. I don't have one because I'll tell you now, the Snareweight system to get this thing in Australia is actually rather expensive. So, and like pretty much most things I review on this channel, I have to buy them. So instead of forking out, and I'm not kidding you, it was probably about 250 Australian dollars just to do this video, to get everything in the country, get everything together. So it's not cheap. So just letting you know, if you do have die cast hoops, you'll need the Pro Lock, and I'll obviously show you pictures of it somewhere in the video. So for the moment, I am now going to go back and try to cough so much, or maybe even resume coughing, because it could be a new hobby and a favourite pastime of coughing. So I'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and hey, share the channel, why not? Let's get a whole bunch of new subscribers.